Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Bleeding Crypto's Market Update. Today is Thursday, September 19th, 8:16 a.m. local time. I hope you're having a good day, morning, or afternoon, depending on where you are in the world. Let me start off by giving my disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. This is to be used for entertainment purposes only, for your fantasy paper trading. Guys, if you like my content, you like the way I analyze the market, you like my system, consider joining my Discord. My Discord is an educational Discord where I show you, I teach you, I go over my system every single day. There's at least an hour to an hour and a half lesson in the mornings. The first video that I make in the morning is to my Discord team. We do live examples of how to position yourself for the day, for different trades. Everything you need to know about how I analyze the market and the tools that I use are found on my Discord. So consider joining that. Now, let's start off by looking at we carved out two paths yesterday. We carved out a path because we didn't know what how much those basis points were going to come in at. So what we did is that we did two paths, taking into consideration if we have a drawdown, where we may go, and if we go up, what's the possibility? What is the dangers of going up first rather than going down first? So let me explain something, because you guys hear me talk about how I will say something and you will always have those group of people that just don't get it, or they don't hear what they want to hear. And you won't believe how many people have asked me, well, $51,500. You keep on talking about that, but you don't say what's going to invalidate it. Can you believe the actual people that ask me that? Guys, I cannot make fun of stupid people because we need them to make money. When we sell something, that means that someone else thought that was a good idea to buy. So we cannot we don't want to get rid of stupid people, but it just goes to show the ignorance in this fucking space. Because every single day, every single video, I've talked about the invalidation, and I've said it really, really clear. But again, there's a world of fucking stupid people. So for the stupid people, I'm going to start off with the invalidation, because they obviously, the past 87 videos that I've made, they haven't heard it. They haven't heard it in 87 videos because they're fucking stupid. So let's start off with that. Invalidation, once again, like a broken record, it is very, very simple. We have data going back 6 months showing us where major resistance is. So in order to negate the negate might be too much of a complicated word for these idiots. So to cancel out, to invalidate, the $51,500 target, invalid, meaning that it won't happen, in case invalidation is too big of a word for them. It's for it not to happen. We would have to break a 6-month cycle, which means that if we break above the top of the channel and we hold. Now, the reason we hold is because we have broken above the channel for the past 6 months. Here's one break. Here's another break. Here's another break, another one, another one, another one, another one, a little tiny one right here. So we've broken it. But what haven't we done in the past 6 months? We haven't held. We haven't consolidated. We haven't moved up off of that back test and consolidation. So that would change this entire 6-month price action. That would be the one thing that is now reversing what should happen here. Because what should happen here is that we reject. I mean, you go back 6 months, it's not that difficult. No matter how stupid you are, you should be able to see that every time we hit this line, we dump. So the invalidation of going down would be the complete opposite, meaning we hold this line and we start climbing higher. Now, if and when that happens, and I am very firmly in the camp that that's going to happen very soon. Very soon. I'm not in the camp that we're going to 30,000. Could I be wrong? Yes, I could be wrong. But the data in front of me tells me up, not down. All right. So hopefully these idiots are still following me. Now, does that mean that if we do that, because this is funny, guys, I can predict exactly what these idiots are going to say next. When we do this and we start moving into here, and it's going to take a couple of days, 2-3 days, maybe a week. BC, we broke above your channel. How come we're not at 100,000? You said that if we break above here, we're going to new all-time highs. I'm not joking, guys. You guys might want to laugh at that, but listen, read the comments, because that's how stupid people are. Breaking above here and going to new all-time highs are two different things. I believe that the route to new all-time highs starts here. And from here, within 2 to 10 months, we'll see new all-time. I got to give a big span, guys. I have to. 2 to 10 months, we'll see new all-time highs. Probably sooner than that. But there are still obstacles, guys. Don't think that when we cross here and we confirm that it's an automatic all-time high. Not at all. If you guys have half a brain and have listened to my system, you know what I look for. Every day there's a reason or a possibility to invalidate, and also a possibility to confirm. So moving forward, if we were to go and break up higher, we would have to break above this high and flip that into support. And then break these. Look at this, guys. We have equal highs up here. That's a magnet for price action to come up there. But often when we break them, we then retrace. And that's another thing. We're not just going to go one green candle like these idiots think that we're going to do. We're actually going to put a market structure. We're going to put a high, a higher low, a higher high, higher low, maybe do a harmonic pattern, then retrace to 618, and then have a push, and then put another. It's going to be a long but disciplined journey. Markets are not going to give you one God candle, one $50,000 candle. To the stupid people that think that that's how it's going to happen. To the rest of us, we know that's not the case. Even after we do this, there's going to be areas of validations that we have to create above here, and then all-time high. The top of this horizontal channel, we've got to clear it. We've got to come down. We've got to back test it. We've got to hold it. We've got to start trading higher than the previous swing high, so forth and so on. All right. I apologize to you, regular viewers that get this. I apologize that I have to talk this way to the stupid people, but I just had to address it because I knew it was coming. I warned you guys that it was coming. I told you guys in almost every video, watch the comments, read the comments. So it's hilarious to see it happen. At least I told you ahead of time. I've been in this space long enough to know what's going to happen ahead of time. And I think I've earned that from you guys, just by proving it, to you guys. So now, why is this the dangerous path? Why is going up danger? Why isn't it great? Green candles, kumbaya, Valhalla. Because the same TA that we use to view the market and view those supports and those resistance and the probabilities, there's a big marker down below, multiple markers, not just one marker, but multiple markers down below that have a very high probability of a 90% of filling in. Now, they've been building from that 51,500 to now. We have 5 of those markers have shown up thus far. And when I see those markers, it's very difficult for me to become incredibly bullish and think that we're just going to go up from here. So yesterday's path, I made it very clear. As a matter of fact, I even wrote it here. Look, bear path, question mark. Look what's going on. This shit was done 24 hours ago. And look exactly at where we're at. You think that's fucking coincidence? Do you think I got lucky again for the 100th time? What made me think that it would stop here? And I told you about that yesterday. We have areas of very strong resistance. We have EMAs that I use on a daily basis on the smaller time frames that work out just as well, if even greater, on the higher time frames. And we'll go over those. So what we have here, we have this strong area of possible resistance, which we're already rejecting from, the 200 MA. If you want to know why, all you have to do is just look left. I told you guys I'm not that smart to know where it's going to go, but I'm smart enough to recognize what those roadblocks are and what those support areas are gonna be, because they continue to repeat themselves. When I was in school and I used to cheat on my fucking tests, it wasn't difficult to know who to cheat from. It wasn't the fucking Mexican kid. It was the fucking the Asian guy. And if it worked out once, I'm going to do it again and again and again. Why? Because those motherfuckers are smart as fuck. So, same thing with here. If I'm talking about getting rejected the 200 EMA, it's not that difficult to move your chart to the fucking left and look, resistance, 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 support. Look at this. We break above it. What do? We back test. What do we do when we lose it? We come back and we back test. This stuff is not that fucking difficult. And I even show you guys ahead of time. I show you to the left everything we need to look at. And look, we're doing the exact same thing I predicted 24 hours ago. And I'm even showing you how we're doing it. Now, if we do break up above here because we start piling onto the shorts, we're going to have another move to the upside to liquidate those high leverage short positions. So that's why I drew this box. And this box has merit on a couple of things. One, the equal highs are magnets, so we could possibly move up. And that's why I had this pivot mark here on these equal highs. It was no coincidence that my pivot mark was here because of these equal highs. But right above those equal highs is the neckline of the daily M-top that we had back here in July. That is going to serve as a very strong resistance area. As a matter of fact, after that neckline was established, look at the resistance, 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 resistance. So why would I not think that if we were to break above the 200 MA, that we can't wick up into here and close that candle body here? A wick above that and a candle body close below the 200 EMA will be the ultimate signal that we're going to reverse. The ultimate signal. But that's in a perfect world, but very often we don't get those perfect setups, those perfect indicators to work out that perfect. So what could happen? Exactly what happened here. Again, look to the left. We could break up above it today, just like we did here. Then we back test it. Then we do a signature move like we did here. This is very slight. And let me show you signature. I got to zoom in because it was remember I told you these signature moves are very, very slight. And one way you can actually identify the dollar amount, I don't know if you know this or not, when you move the cursor over this candle right here, look at these boxes here. You see where it says OHLC? That's open. That's the open price. That's the high of that candle, including the wick. That was the highest point of that candle. That was the lowest point of the candle, including any wicks or tails down below, and what the close price is. So when I go up here, you can see that the highest price was $64,955.00. This was $65,000. Excuse me. $65,000 exactly. Exactly. Once again, proving not only did we have a signature move, but how manipulated this market is. You think a $1 trillion asset is going to stop at a 000? Of course not. It's all programmed. It's all fucking programmed, and these numbers show it to you. So that's the signature move. And then what happens after the signature move? Look, we drop. So look where we're at again. The same playbook. The same playbook they're using. So when I create these moves here, when I create these paths, it's not just out of thin air. It's because they've played out here. They've played out here. Let me lower this here. Look, check this out. They've played out here. Look, there's a neckline right here. Look, there's a back test here of that neckline. Nothing changes. me go up in here. Go up in here. Now, let's talk about why is this a dangerous path? I started talking about it earlier. Those markers that I have down below usually fill. And if I want to see higher prices, I understand that I would rather get those down below over with so we don't have anything hanging over us. And any weight, any pressure, any self-pressure hanging over us. So the fact that we're going higher like this and we're building the liquidation clusters, we're at $18.7 billion in liquidations. I've been showing you those liquidations clusters, and every other day we build up 6, 7, 8 billion. We come back down, we wipe it out, we build it to the downside, we come back up. Now in 24 hours, we're up $18 billion. We are moving higher and higher and higher with no higher lows. We're hitting resistance points that have drawn down the prices in the past. So it's not hard to come up with a plan of what the possibility is, apart from having 5 markers down here that have a 90% chance of hitting. So this is why this was the bear path, even though it may seem like an oxymoron because we have green candles and I put bear. It's because of that. Because what I'm afraid is going to happen, and again, I don't have a crystal ball, is that we're going to go somewhere between now and here and roll over and come down to that target. And possibly here, I said this yesterday, and I've said this about at least 30 times. And watch this, guys. As a matter of fact, anybody... Oh, no, actually, no, I won't block them. I like making fun of stupid people. What I will do is I will take a screenshot of their comments and we'll go over those comments here on the video. So what's going to happen is when if this does play out and we hit this marker here, we have a good chance of going lower. However, the same ignorant people, the same stupid people, I don't want to call them ignorant, I think it's too polite, the same morons that are telling me about what's my invalidation are going to tell me, BC, why didn't we bounce to all-time high from here? We hit your target. Where's that upside candle? Where's that God candle you promised? I never promised that, but in their heads, I did. And we have, and I've been telling you, a good chance of putting in a signature move the way we do every single time we drop. We have a very good chance of putting a signature move to the downside, which means that we'll briefly break 49,000, briefly break it, and then come back up and leave a wick. And then it's got to build the momentum to come back up and start going through all of this once again. Because all of these areas of support that we've built through time are going to be areas of resistance on the way up when we're coming in from the underside. But I just want you to focus on this price, and I want you to see the comments, and I'm going to take screenshots of them, and I'm going to repost them on my Twitter page, and we're going to have some fun with them. We're going to have some really good fun with them. Look, guys, this is why one of the reasons that I don't gain followers, and I'm fine with that. That's what a lot of these guys that I started my journey with in 2017 have hundreds of thousands. For instance, Nebraska Gooner, he has 350,000 followers. Have you heard any of his podcasts on YouTube? Have you heard them? What's the difference between him and I? You know what it is? He's a nice motherfucking guy. He's a really nice fucking guy. He never yells at anybody. He never calls anybody a fucking moron. But I do, because that's my personality. That's his personality. Look at Castillo. Have you ever listened to Castillo's podcast? Fucking very knowledgeable guys. They're nice as fuck. I'm not that guy. I'm gonna call you out. That's just my personality. When I hate stupid people, and when I come across them, I like pointing them out. I like and if I met you in real person and you're stupid, believe me, I will tell you to your fucking face that you're stupid. That's just, again, my rough personality. Maybe it's my age. I grew up in a different age. I'm 50. So in these kids nowadays, they're a lot more soft than people of my age. And only people at my age right now are listening to this, they're smiling because we grew up in a whole different fucking environment. Well, anyways, I digressed. Let's go ahead and let's go back to here. So moving up into this area here, I believe we have a chance to move maybe a little bit higher today, but I'd be very cautious into tomorrow and into the weekend. I'm not even looking for a scam pump weekend this weekend. I'm looking more for a cautious weekend, because Until we break the top of this channel, we have a very high probability of rolling over. I'm going to do this for right now because I want to talk about the rollover. We did not follow the bull path, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of the question mark. That there's no question in anybody's mind. We got here. This is what we had predicted, and it's exactly what happened. Right to it. So I'm going to get rid of the question mark, but I'm going to leave the bear path, and I'm going to leave this line here so we can understand what comes next. Now, here's the thing. Wherever we pivot from, whether we started to pivot now or we started in here, there's going to be a disciplined market structure that is going to come in. A discipline, and it happens 99% of the time because it's controlled by one thing. It's controlled by liquidations. And I've shown you that time and time again. That's why things don't just drop like a ton of brick in one candle, because people will open up positions and they come right up and they take them. As a matter of fact, let me show you here. I can even do it on this one. This is Aave. We're going through some trades today, and we're looking at the Aave liquidation cluster. And on this drop, as we dropped, all of these short contracts open up, and what did the market do? They came back up and took them all out. While all these were opening up, all these contracts, all these long contracts were opening up. And look, we just double top, and the markets have come down and take all. And this is what controls the market. No different and on a shitcoin than on Bitcoin. The only thing is that Bitcoin controls the market, which means that if there's a great setup on an altcoin like there is on Pepe, and the Pepe on the daily looks incredible. There's a nice, beautiful bull divergence. Doesn't mean shit. Because if Bitcoin rolls over, it's going to invalidate that setup and it's going to tank like everything else will. So let me go back to my Bitcoin chart. So when this rolls over, it's not going to be a straight. You're going to have the initial drop, then you're going to have the recovery. Now you're not going to see that on the hourly time frame. You're going to see that. On the daily time frame. You're going to see that on the smaller time frames. For instance, like the hourly time frame. You can go to any drop. Here's a perfect drop right here. Here's a recent drop that we did over the weekend that explains exactly, and then you'll understand how these market structures are made. As we're dropping here, all of these contracts are showing up here. All these bubbles are showing up here. The high ones, 100x contracts are showing up here. So what ends up happening is we move up and we liquidate those before going down. This here, let me see if it goes back that much. I don't think it will. This is the 913. Let's see if we can get 913. 913. Let me see BTC. Here, let me see if I can go down to 913 so I can show it to you in real time what I'm talking about. No, we got September 15th. Oh, well. But, you can see it. You can basically see it. Look, let me show you this right here. I'll show you this little cluster right here. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. You can pick any cluster, and it's the same behavior. It's the same goddamn behavior. So as we're going higher, okay, all of these long contracts open up. Look at this, 129 million. These orange, guys, orange are 100x contracts. 45, 20, 38, 129, 46, 22, 73. I just want to grab the 100x. 30, 90, 161, 161 million, 36 million, 95 million, 49 million, 78 million, 26 million, 77 million, all of these. And then what happens? They come down and they just wipe all of these. Hundreds of millions of dollars. And I just looked at the 100x. These 50x are just as powerful. Look, 50x, 90 million, 161 million, 93 million, 36 million, 95 million, 72, so forth and so on. Hundreds of millions of dollars. What do? They come out, boop, they take it out. And these guys thought they were being smart. These guys thought they were being slick right here. Look. Oh, I'm going to open up short contracts. This guy opens up a $65 million short contract. These are 100x contracts. 100x, 50 million, 65 million, 26 million, 58 million. Look at this. Boom. Comes back down. These guys, as it was going up, these guys open up their contracts. So they come down and they wipe these guys out. Then they come back and finish the rest of these. Do you understand how I can how I can call these market structures so well, it's not that I control the market, is that I understand what does. And that's how we get our setups at my Telegram channel. That's how I call these setups. And that's why for 88 cents a day, literally $25 a month, you don't have to learn any of this. You don't have to. All you have to do is just listen. And even that sometimes is hard for people to do. Listen. We're going into this alt trade. I want you to buy it here, and here's a target. And more often than not, when we're in profit, guys, I moved up a stop loss to protect this much in profits. It's up to you if you want to do that or not. You guys will decide what your risk factor is. I always recommend a 5x. So any professional trader out there listening to me knows that that's very conservative. Well, these guys are doing 30, 50, 100x. No. We don't need all that craziness. Consistency is what I want. Consistency. I'm not trying to pay my house off in one trade. No, just little by little, build that up. A 5x, people understand that. That gives you a lot of buffer for wicks, for these type of actions. Look at this. Check this out. These wicks. You see these wicks? These wicks are liquidation events. That's what these are. These are liquidation events. So when you have these, a 5x protects you from that. It protects you from that whipsaw. So you just have to understand basically how to fill out your positions, how to get into your position, how to get out of your positions, and I tell you what to do. I tell you where to enter and where to exit. Not that difficult. All you have to do is send me a DM, send me a link. Send me a DM and I'll give you a link to my website, or you go right here, look, bctgsignal.com. Right here. Just sign up. That's it. Sign up and send me a DM that you signed up, and I'll verify you, and then you get access to that Telegram channel. So as of right now, guys, what I'm looking for is when we do start topping out, I'm going to go to the 1 hour time frame, like for instance right here. All right. And I'm going to start looking for rejections. We're getting some rejections here, but we can easily climb up. We still have a good possibility to make it up to here. So it's still a little bit. This was my first target here. So yesterday's call out, when we went into our BTC long, I called out. I said at $62,850, I'm selling half of my position. I'm out. My other half being at $64,900, right here. Not 65, not 60. No, right here. Conservative. Even $50, even $55 before I hit that, because I'm not worried about catching the Pico top. I'm worried about not losing money. As long as I get in front of that, I'm good. And what if we go higher? All right. What do you think is going to happen, guys? With a 95% probability, I show you that every day. What's going to happen? Look at this. You see yesterday when we broke above here? Look at this. Look at that. You see yesterday when we broke above here? I gave the signal out on the confirmation. Like, boom. We're ready. Where do you see the confirmation? Look, it's right here. Look at this. Boom. Look at that. Perfect fucking confirmation. I know where to look for that confirmation. And that confirmation, I said 95% of the time, I want to say probably 99% of the time it's going to hit. So when you're worried about looking for, I get out of my position, it keeps on going, all right. If it keeps on going and it breaks above the last major resistance, give me the confirmation that you're going to continue to go, and I'll get back in. And I get no big deal. People act like it's the end of the world if you get out of a position. They act like you can't get back in. If it continues, let's go. We'll continue to go. Because if it goes up from here, the next resistance is going to be up here. That's a $1,200 trade. That's on a 5X. That's great. That's a great trade. I get back in and I ride the rest of it. The problem is everybody wants to squeeze the last dollar, the last penny. Oh my God, BC, if I get out now, I'm going to lose $22. No, I can't do that. I'd rather go to zero than lose $22. And that's what most people do. Most people, that's the biggest the biggest comment that I get on DMs. I'm going to join because I get in these trades, but I always end up giving it back or losing. I don't understand what I'm doing wrong. It's simple. You don't take profit. It's simple. You don't want to sell. You keep on thinking it's going to go higher and it's never going to come down. I understand where they're going to come down and what the probability is. And if it invalidates that, I understand what that confirmation is, that I'm wrong, that it's not going to go down, that it's continued to go. We get back in. I strive to do at least 60%. If I can do 60% success, I'm good. Lately, I've been doing a lot better than that, but it doesn't mean that I'm going to raise that. I'm going to raise that. I want to stay at least 60. If I can get more, great. That's gravy. But if I do below 60, then something's wrong with my system. Then something's wrong the way I'm viewing the market. And that's so if you're losing more than 60%, yeah, you need to find a mentor. It doesn't have to be me. Like I said, I'm not everybody can put up with my shit or put up with my personality, and that's fine. That's fine. Go. If I had to make a recommendation, there's a lot of people I'd recommend. There's Paul and Stefan at the Gladiator Crypto Trading Arena, a CTA. There is Brian Beamish at TRI. There is Nebraska Gooner. There is Castillo Trading. There's a lot of really nice people out there that won't scream at you and won't call you a fucking idiot. A lot of them. They're very knowledgeable. But that's just who I am. And if you can relate to my system, you can relate to the way I view the market, and you like the accuracy that I have. And again, you don't want to believe that? Pick any video. And I'm always telling you, I don't know who else tells you as much as I do. Go back to any video, any random day. And that's the best way to fact check somebody after the fact. Look at what he was looking for. Look at his invalidations. And how it played out is the most important part. Because that's going to tell you if that person is viewing the market correctly. Or is he allowing his bias or Twitter's bias to cloud his judgment? And the way I just showed you at the 5-minute time frame, that's what helps me to maintain the accuracy, is things like that. I know where to look, where most don't, or they just know where to look, but they don't want to accept it. That's a whole different ballgame. Anyways, so right now, as of right now, what I'm looking for is when we do find a top. Okay, when we do, we're going to be looking for those market structures. It can come in the daily, it can come in the hourly, it can come in the 15-minute time frame. I'm looking for those reversal marks. I'm looking for failures to the upside. So you'll have an area, say for instance, this one could have been it, but we closed above it. So for instance, if this area here, we kept on getting wicks and wicks and wicks and wicks and wicks, or the candles up here, but they keep on closing below here, that tells me that they're just baiting people. But we were able to break above it, so we got to start over again. So now here was the last push right here, like this one right here, for instance. Now I'm looking at this wick. Oh, we got rejected. Basically, this is a swing failure. I'm sure you've heard that term many times. So I'm looking for a ton of swing failures. And a swing failure is when you look to the left, the last up thrust candle, that's my marker. So for instance, I'm going to go here, and that's my swing failure line. This was previously my swing failure line, but when we closed here, that invalidated. So I go to the next one. We had a nice push up here. Actually, we did close above here, so no, that's the wrong one. I'll put it right here. Because we did see this candle body here, we did close above this candle body. So that's the incorrect one. It'd be here. It would be here. Now we haven't closed this candle yet. There's still 10 minutes. So if this closes, if this closes above this here, if it closes right above this line here, then I would say that negates this one here. But if this closes below, look, we had a swing failure here, and we're not able to close above here, this starts becoming a place of interest for me. Now I'm going to watch the behavior here. And if we start getting a bunch of those rejections and we start coming down, what am I looking for? I'm going to go to high block, and I'm going to look at all these bubbles here. Then I'm going to understand that we're going to go up to create that double top, that M top, based on all of those liquidations that are going to happen. And if we're, again, unable to break above here and we start rolling over, that is going to be my signal. Okay, the top is in. We're most likely going to go down. And we're not going to go down in a straight line. We're going to come back down. We're going to break that neckline wherever the neckline is. Then we're going to back test that neckline. On the back test of that neckline is the confirmation that the double top is playing out. Not until then. Not until you come up and test that neckline can you say there's a double top. You cannot say that. There's a possible double top, but until we get that rejection off the back test of the bear break, which would be the bear break of the neckline on this side here, then you can say, okay, it is confirmed. And even then, it's not going to go straight down. It's going to most likely come to the next area, maybe to the 50 EMA. It's going to bounce maybe to the underside of the 21 EMA, roll over, find support here. It's going to take its sweet time and drive you crazy. Because if it drives you crazy, there's a high probability you're going to make a mistake. Most people make mistakes not when everything's clear, but when they're frustrated. When they're tired, like I'm tired of this down here. I'm just going to short it. I know it's going to keep on dropping. When enough people do that, it goes up. And when enough people say, I know it's going to break. It's just going to go higher. There's a conference. It's got to go up. I'm just going to long it. And enough people do that. That's how the swing failures happen. The swing failures, they bait you. They bait you. They bait you. Just look left. Look left. Look, even on a smaller time frame. Watch this. This is that breakdown this weekend. Look, they stopped here, right? They stopped here. That's why I have that blue line. I use that blue line quite often because it measures the swing failures. Look, swing failure. Look, another one and another one. Boom, we come down. You don't even have to look at that one. Look at any other ones here. Let's look at some of these. Look. Let's look at some of these when we had a nice move to the upside. Right here, look. Nice move to the upside. Let's see. Look. 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 So there's my swing failure. Look, check it out. So that's my move, right? That's the move. We didn't close above there. We have a swing failure. We come down, and then we continue to try. No, it's going to go up. Oh, there it is. Look, we're consolidating. Oh, there it is. There it is. Go again. No, we're going. Another swing failure. Look. No, we got it. We got this. Boom. And does it fall in one straight line? No, it doesn't fall in one straight line. Look, this was support. Look, this area right here. Look, support. Candle body support. Look, when we lost it, now look what happens. Resistance. Now we're consolidating. Look. And then we finally gave out. This is that simple, guys. Really, look, I show it to you. Look how simple it is. All of that support now becomes all of that resistance, and we drop. Imagine not knowing this or not even having to learn this, and I'm going to tell you where to take your position for $25. You really can't afford $25. Oh my God, this stuff, I can roll to the left on any time point and nothing will change. Nothing will change. Look, I'm not bragging, but it's not me. That's just the way the market works. Watch this. Right there. So all I'm going to do is just look. I'm going to go a little bit. I'm going to bring it a little bit more for the next drop. That's all. That's what I'm trying to show you guys. So let's just go up before the next drop. That's our next. That's the previous drop. Better say. I'm sorry. So let's see if it changed. If that market structure that I just showed you, if it changed at all. Oh, hold on. I just opened something on my other tab. All right, let me close that there. Okay. So let's see if anything changed. Let's zoom in. Okay. We had a thrust here. Okay. This is where I would have put my line. Okay. Swing failure. This one technically didn't validate it, but as you can see, we did drop really, really closely. And this one did invalidate that. However, there's more than just one thing to look at. It's still the same process. What happens? We had to move up, swing fail. No, it's gonna go. Look, signature move, which means that the last wick before the drop, there's nothing else in the recent to the left in the recent price action. They sweep. So if anybody says, okay, if it breaks above here, that's my stop. They run those stops. And then look, boom, we fucking drop. Now, if you're asking, well, BC, where's your neckline back test? All right. Well, let's see. Let's look at here. Let's see here. There's a neckline in here. I'm not going to use this because this was the neckline in here, right there. All right. Where's the neckline breakdown, BC? I'm going to put this in So we don't get confused, I'm gonna put this in purple. Purple, and I'm gonna make it a little bit thicker because I can't see very well. There we go. Okay, so let's see. Where is that neckline breakdown here? This is in case I lose, this is the 29th, July 29th. So let me see. I'm gonna go to the 5-minute time frame. Oh, I knew that was gonna happen. July 29th. Okay, so let me go here. The 29th, July 29th. Let me go to July 29th, which we're looking at, that breakdown. July 29th, go to. Oh, does it go? Yeah, it does go. Okay, so now I just got to figure out with July 29th. Where's that purple line? Hold on. Oh, it's up here. There it is, right here. Right there. Okay, perfect. So let's go here. Let's go up there. Let's go up there. Let me get rid of the indicator. We don't need the indicators. We're just looking for price action. All right, so there's a breakdown, right? There's a breakdown. Look, back test, drop. You see that? Back test right there. Let me open it up for you guys. Purple line, right? We're looking for that purple line. This is even a back test right here. Look, the candle bodies. Back test. Fucking drop. There it is. My system fucking works. You gotta give me a try, guys. I don't know what else I gotta do to prove to you that the shit fucking works. Am I gonna be right 100%? Absolutely not. I'll be the first that'll never ever happen. No matter how good I get, I will never have a 100% success rate. But goddamn, can you tell me that I can literally pick any random time, any random coin, and point this out to you every single fucking time? That's what you're paying me for. That type of accuracy is what you're paying me for. I don't know what's your hesitation, guys. Oh, I probably know what it is. I'm a dick. I'm a dick. I am. I can admit it. I have no fucking problem. I'm a fucking dick. If I was nicer, man, more people would fucking follow me. I can't, guys. I've tried. Believe me. I go to church. I do everything. I pray. I don't know. I can't. Every Sunday when I come out of church, I literally tell, okay, I'm a new man. Today is my new me. Today, within an hour, some idiot gets in front of me in traffic and I fucking cut him off and I brake check him and I go right back to my old ways. But I'm still not giving up on myself. I'm still not giving up. I'm going to be a good person one day. I promise I will be a good person. But, and it's crazy because my son-in-law, he's a pastor, is one of the fucking nicest guys you'll ever meet. I'm so fortunate to have two really, 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 really amazing son-in-laws. I don't know how, with being such a horrible person, how I ended up with such great sons. But very fortunate, very fortunate. Okay, so let's see what happened here, guys. So look, another push. We're on the hourly time frame. This is real time now, and we're pushing back. Oh, hold on, guys. I get a lot of. Let me just turn this off here. There we go. Turn my ringer off. So, could this be the top here? It could, but I don't know that. I just recognize the signs. So as long as we maintain this price action here, and we consolidate here, look for that fake out. That oh my God, we're going back higher. Let me get back in. No, if you're gonna get back in, you wait for the confirmation for this to hold. That's your confirmation. You want to get in? It's okay. Get back in. I'm not telling you not to get back in. I'm just telling you to wait for the confirmation. That's it. I'm not being unreasonable. Wait. All right, guys. I think I've yelled at you enough that I'm gonna let you guys go. Hopefully I taught you something. I've been having a lot of conversions from my Telegram channel to my Discord, which is why the whole reason that I started the Signal Trade Setup channel, guys, on Telegram was for that reason. That if I can prove to them my system works, they're gonna be like, BC, you got me. Let me join your Discord because I need to learn how to do this for myself. So I've been getting a lot of conversions over to my Discord, which is great. Which is my Telegram channel is working, even though I am a dick. It's still working. People still want to learn. So, and there's a lot of great guys out there, guys. Chart Guys is another one that's really awesome. Garrett Soloway, another fucking amazing trader. There's just so many guys. There's so many of them. You have a ton of options. A ton of options. You don't have to follow me. There's a ton of people out there that are much smarter, and you may relate to more. But hopefully, I'm getting through. Hopefully, my system is different than everyone else's. Everyone's system is different than everyone else's. That's because that's how I view the market and what I view it. So hopefully, you can relate to that, and you give me a try. Until then, guys, tomorrow we're gonna look for two things. Here's what we're gonna look for tomorrow. Let's go to the daily. Here's what I'm looking for tomorrow. Tomorrow, honestly, guys, I'm looking to see where we pivoted from. Was this the swing high on this move? And we need to invalidate this. I did not remove. This is the lower high on the macro view, but I am not allowed to remove this even though we're above it, because this is not an invalidation. An invalidation on the day, we put this on the daily time frames. That means that on the daily time frame, this candle needs to close above 786. If that happens tomorrow when we view the market, I can now remove this. But it doesn't mean that we're not going to, because look, we could actually, it wouldn't be a lower high. In my opinion, it'd be a double top on this previous swing high. So it wouldn't be, technically it wouldn't be a lower high. So we come up into here, it'd be a double top in the way I view the market. It'd be more of a double top. So I haven't forgot about this. So tomorrow we're going to see if we're allowed to remove this, because if this candle closes here and we leave a wick behind, that's a confirmed that's a potential lower high. And until we put our lower low, that's our confirmed lower high. So we're going to look for that tomorrow. That's one thing. And another thing is, if this was not our swing high, do we come out and take out these equal highs? Did we take out the equal highs today? And then where are we tomorrow? Because I don't think by tomorrow we're going to do this and be this. I don't think so. I think that the market is going to find the high today or tomorrow, and it's going to sit here, and the dump may happen over the weekend or on Monday. Now, I want you to hear this. This is super important. If tomorrow we make it up here and we get above here on the weekend, I will not consider that an invalidation. Okay, listen to what I'm saying, because a lot of people are going to get confused. All right? Because I've been saying that if we close above here and we hold, that I invalidate this. That is, I guess I should explain that in the very beginning, but I don't think we're going to be here so close to this week. So now that it's a Thursday, tomorrow's a Friday, and we're here, if we do not roll over, and if on Saturday or Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, between 4 p.m. Eastern Time and Monday at 6:30 Eastern Time, if we're anywhere above here, that is not valid to me, because that falls under the category scam pump weekend. And in case you don't know what that is, on the weekends, Asia likes to run the markets. It's all fake. You can look at the volume. You can look at the CVD. It's all fucking fake. What they do is they push up to trap longs and to liquidate the short positions and trap more long positions. So it's twofold. And they do that artificially. You're not buying. Twitter's not buying. Your uncles and aunts, your parents, they're not buying. The exchanges are using. That's why the volume is low, and yet the price action continues to go. They're artificially moving, pumping the market very slowly to take those out and create that trap. So it will not be valid if we do that here. Now, how does it become valid? Monday, New York opens and holds this, doesn't drop it, and we continue to hold here, and we start trading higher Monday or Tuesday, or it really doesn't matter what day of the week, as long as we don't drop here during regular business hours, that becomes valid. Okay? So just keep that in mind, because on a scam pump weekend, if we get here, the probability is that New York will then give you that move that we're looking for. And that hurt, that max pain, guys, it's a real thing. Google right now, max pain. Go to Investopedia and in their search box, type in max pain. Read the definition. Read what that is. That would be max pain for us to get here during a scam pump weekend. All right. Please listen to that, this last 5 minutes of what I explained. And I know, wait to the comments. Wait for those comments, guys. Wait, I'm going to take screenshots and we're going to review those screenshots tomorrow. All right, guys, everyone have a really good day. I'll talk to you tomorrow. I apologize for the length of this video, but there was just a lot that I had to get off my chest.